I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait.
Hi and welcome back to Rideshare Buddy UK. My name's Kevin, and today's a Wednesday. I was going to do an 8-hour shift from 12 till 8 today and do a follow me video, but I'm a little bit late because I sat in and watched Jeremy Hunt's autumn statement, and it looks quite good if you're an employee because the minimum wage, as I said a couple of weeks ago, has gone up over £1 an hour. I said it would go up about £1 an hour, and it's gone up by £1.2 to 11.46. So that means now, as an Uber driver, to meet or match national minimum wage, I have to be clearing, after all my expenses, I need to be clearing shift time, not active time, but shift time when I log on to when I log off. I need to be clearing about £13.6p an hour. So it's getting tough, it's getting close, it's getting harder. But that's what needs to be done to hit national minimum wage. On a positive note, he's scrapped Class 2 national insurance, so that saves me £3.15 a week. And Class 4's been cut as well. I think down to about 10% instead of 12%. So that's quite good. But overall, it's going to make life tough because while benefits have gone up by 6.7%, minimum wage has gone up by 9.8%, pensions have gone up by 5.7%, Uber is slashing fares to the drivers, so driver wages are going down while everybody else is going up. But we'll talk about that just now. Sorry, just had to try and adjust the phone angle on that to try and get a better contrast. But yeah, I noticed this particularly on Sunday. It's noticeable the amount that I'm cutting. I was driving doing a job for £10. I was thinking, this is a long way for £10. I could notice it by the distance and the time it was taking me. I thought, this isn't right. This has got to be more than £10. It's the other side, almost in Usk. I'm going. It should be at least £12, £14. And when I did the calculations, I was being paid less than £1 a mile. And I've noticed it yesterday as well when I was on shift. I didn't take as much, except as much as was, because I was taking a closer look at the fares. And there's a lot of jobs coming out paying less than £1 a mile. And I won't do those, full stop. Uber squeeze on drivers is definitely taking place. And it's not just skimming off the top. It's not just shaving a little bit more. These are deep cuts to fares that Uber are doing. And I suppose in a way it's to be expected. I think, was it last week, Uber had that annual conference or something, Uber on One or something like that. It's on their YouTube channel. And they said they'll be spending more time now with AI dealing with the algorithms than human programming the algorithms. It's all going to be AI now, and AI is being rolled out to deal with dynamic pricing. Now, the thing with AI is the AI is not there for you, the driver. The AI is there for Uber, the company, to maximise their profits. And the task of the AI will be to bring down driver income as low as possible while still remaining legal. So I expect over the coming months deep slashes in fares being paid to drivers, and that eventually the aim of the AI is for drivers to earn no more than national minimum wage active time after expenses. So that means you'll never be able to make national minimum wage on line time because they won't pay waiting time. They'll only pay you. What they'll do is they'll set the mileage so that the mileage will cover the tax expenses of 45p a mile, which is what taxman says costs to run a taxi. 45p a mile, and then on top of that they'll pay you national minimum wage, and they'll only pay it on active time. That's the task of the AI, and that's what's going to happen, and you'll never ever be able to make national minimum wage during online time. That's the way it's going to go. So we have to start preparing to either work for less than minimum wage, if basically slave labour or modern slavery, or you have to make plans to move out of Uber as your main source of income and only use Uber to fill in and top up other work that's available. So that's my plan. My plan is to move. And so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a quick shoot around the car to show you how I've set my car up, to try and earn some money. It's even got so bad, I've put Bolt back on my phone now. So on the one phone, I multitask with Bolt and Uber, and on my other phone, I have Holler. But let's have a quick look at the setup of my car and see how I work. Right, so this is my first phone. I've got a magnetic phone holder that goes into there, so it's easy to take off and put back on, and relatively easy to move around. But let's just move that back to where it was. There we go. This is currently on one of my cheap old phones. I'll normally have this on my main phone, but obviously I'm filming with my main phone at the moment, so I'm just using this as an example. This doesn't have a SIM card, so I'm using Wi-Fi on my hotspot of my main communication phone. But this is Holler. I only have Holler on this phone and no other, or my main phone, and that's because Holler doesn't have a night screen version. So I turn down my display down to about 30%, and I don't get any glare as such, and it's okay, and it conserves the battery a little bit longer. But this is on my old Doogie phone. It works quite well, and it's connected up to my main communications phone, which is a Moto G53. So I have in this an Asda unlimited data card, which is 3. It runs on a 3 network. It's 5G. Costs £22 a month, and the bulk of my data goes through this, because I set this phone up as a hotspot, so I can just tap into that with everything else should it be needed. So on this, I am going to be running Uber and Bolt. So both Bolt and Uber is on this phone, and also the hotspot. Right, so this is my third phone that I use. This is again this Doogie SP 61, I think it is. It's not got a SIM card in. It connects up to my main one there, the Motorola G53, and I really only use it for a music system. I've got I've got Amazon Music on, so I can use it for hands-free. So, for instance, I can go, Alexa, Motown. Right, so those are the 3 main phones. That one's on a magnetic phone mount, so it can come off easy enough again into the air vent, same as that one. And finally, I have my business cards, and again, I love these magnetic mounts. I'll just put a metal plate on the back. It's just a normal card holder, metal plate on the back, and the magnetic mount in there. So it goes on there like that. Now, I've had a couple of people take cards, but they tend not to take the cards. What they do is they just scan the QR code into the phone to download the Holler app. And that means that my name comes up every time they use Holler as their favourite driver. So hopefully, over time, Holler is going to sort of take off as more and more people scanning their code onto the phone and download the app. But it is early days, but I'm quite confident over it. Finally, and another reason why I'm really looking at moving on to another car is because this car is so low tech. It doesn't even have a USB port. So I've got one of these. It's got dual USB port. This one's a high-speed charge, and that one's a normal charge. This one packed up yesterday, so I've ordered another one off Amazon. I mean, that just plugs into the 12-volt DC, 12 volt cigarette plug. Ordered another one off Amazon yesterday, and that's got 4 USB slots, and 2 of them are fast charge, and the other 2 are normal standard charge, 2.1 volt. It was, I think, about 4 volt fast ones, 3.2, something like that. So not too important that one will last a full shift and a charge at home. That one will last pretty much a full shift. By shift I'm talking 8 hours in the car operating. This is the only one I really have to plug in to keep going, and that's because it's multi-app with 2 apps. It's also the hotspot, and it's also 5G. Now 5G will use more power than a 4G phone, but because this is 5G, it uses a lot of power. It's got 2 apps running, 2 lots of GPS. It's also a hotspot, so this really does burn through its battery. So I tend to keep that topped up and plugged in, but it moves pretty much okay. So that's a quick look around the setup of my car. I mean, I've got that phone holder stuck up there. That's for when I do my vlogs and my webcam and stuff. And that there is the professionally installed internal CCTV, and that streams off to taxi rental server, so I don't have access to any film on that at all. It goes out, just streams out. There's an aerial there which it streams out from, and that's both internal CCTV and a front facing dash cam, and there's also a black box in there that monitors my driving, as you would expect with a rental car. But that's a setup, fairly straightforward. I don't think there's much else to add. Well, it's 2:30, so I've just gone online on both Uber and Bolt. I haven't switched the Bolt app on for ages. In fact, I've done that, uninstalled it on the phone, so I've installed it back on, gone back on active, because I really do need to wean off Uber. With the rates I'm paying, it's just not worth going out for Uber at the moment. So I'm trying to hit Bolt a little bit more, Holler a little bit more. I've in the process of verification for Minicab IT, which is an airport transfer company. They were featured on Dragon's Den a couple of years ago, or a few years ago now. And I think Deborah and who's the other guy? The old time guy, the big Paul, Peter Jones. Both Peter and Deborah, I think, backed it. So it's got connections with Birmingham Airport, Heathrow Airport, Manchester Airport, and various other ones. So hopefully that might bring in a few more airport transfers. I've noticed that Bolt now allows you to set your own price. I'm not sure they give that out to customers. I think what it is, they just filter the jobs to meet your price requirements. So I'm sticking on Bolt price, but I might give it a try and see what happens if I set the price and see if I can get a better rate, or whether that's going to impact on work. But I'm down that as that in Dufferin. I've just switched on 2:30 and just waiting for some work. But I thought today I'll just do a quick shoot around the car and show you how I've set my car up, because I'm a little bit upset because everybody else is getting pay rises except for me as a driver. Me as an Uber driver, I'm getting pay cuts, big time pay cuts at the moment. But it's always encouraging though, because it encourages you to move on and move up. So that's it. Next week, next Wednesday, I shall do a full 8-hour shift. Follow me on the shift on a Wednesday, so you can see what it's like on a Wednesday from, I'll go out at lunchtime, 12 till 8. I'll do that 8-hour session there, and we'll see what we can do on a Wednesday. I do have one more video coming out before next Wednesday, because I had my 24-hour test drive of an MG, and it was really nice. I went for the MG ZS. We'll talk about it when I do the other video. It's not going to work, and especially with national minimum wage going up, I'm not going to hit minimum wage if I transfer to an EV. But I've got a full video coming out about my costings of an EV, the true cost of what it's going to cost me if I did move over. But I have to say, it was a very nice drive. And I might not. I'll probably make Heathrow on a single charge going down. But in the winter, with the heater on, 4 passengers in the car and a boot full of luggage, I am not going to be able to go to Cardiff, from Newport to Cardiff, to pick up and get down to Heathrow with one charge. And that's the deal breaker. I've got to be able to get to Heathrow on a single charge. With Gatwick, Stansted, I can probably argue saying, well, you know, it's a 3.5 hour drive down to Gatwick. We'll take a 20-minute break while I just top the car up and you can go for a coffee or toilet break. I could do that to Gatwick, just about justify that. Can't justify it on a 2-hour trip down to Heathrow. So, but we'll talk about that in the next video, hopefully when I get it out. And I'm going to show you my pricing and just how much it's going to cost me if I move from a hybrid to an EV. But until then, till next time, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. Hope you like the look around my car with how I set up my control panel and my command centre. So until next time, safe driving.